Hey guys, this is Spartacus here and welcome to another video where today I'm going to be talking about my wish list for the next upcoming Call of Duty game, Call of Duty 2017. We actually don't know the name of this game so far, but in April is usually when we start getting leaks for the next Call of Duty game, and April is literally just a couple weeks away, so we might be getting some information soon, so keep your eyes out guys. We might be getting some information about this new Call of Duty game pretty soon. So anyway, the only thing we really know about this next Call of Duty game is that it's going to be made by Sledgehammer Games, who made Advanced Warfare, and Advanced Warfare was Sledgehammer Games' very first own Call of Duty game. They did help out with Modern Warfare 3, but no one really knows what they helped out with. I'm pretty sure it was Special Ops that they helped out with, but I could be completely wrong. So Sledgehammer Games, their only Call of Duty game that they've actually made was Advanced Warfare, and now they're making this next one. And in this next one, we know that it's going back to its roots, and I'm putting those in quotes, like quote unquote going back to its roots, because that's what they said. So I don't really know what going back to its roots is supposed to mean, like what a Call of Duty game was back in like maybe Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2 days. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be something like that. But we do know for a fact, and this is pretty big information, is that it's going to be a boots on the ground Call of Duty game, which means there's no jetpack movement, no exosuit movement, none of that stuff. It's kind of like Modern Warfare Remastered, you guys. You have limited sprints, it's boots on the ground, it's just normal running, all that kind of stuff, right? It's boots on the ground, which is pretty cool, you know. I'm pretty happy that we're actually going to have another boots on the ground Call of Duty game, because for the past few years we haven't had that, you know, so it's pretty nice. So anyway, let's start getting into my actual wish list for this next Call of Duty game, and the very first thing on my list is theater mode. Now, theater mode is really not a big feature in a Call of Duty game, but for me, I absolutely love theater mode. Theater mode back in Black Ops 2, I remember back in Black Ops 2 when I played it, I used theater mode a ton. I would save screenshots, I would save game clips, and I would go back and look at them. I'm like, dang, those are some pretty good moments I had back in the game. And you know, I think theater mode is such an amazing feature, and I really hope they put it in this next Call of Duty game. And the reason why you don't really see theater mode anymore is because like these new these generation consoles that we play on, like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, we can pretty much live stream our games straight through the Xbox or PlayStation. And they also, and like for Xbox, I know they have a feature like a recording feature where you can like record your gameplays and stuff like that and save it on your profile. And so really theater mode is kind of useless, but I really don't find theater mode useless at all. As a matter of fact, I actually like theater mode better than the recording feature that Xbox has to offer, because the recording feature on the Xbox really like lowers the quality of the video a lot lower than what theater mode has to offer. Like in theater mode, the quality is like not really loaded at all, you know. Like it is kind of like different. It's, you can tell that like you're in theater mode when you watch it, but theater mode works way better than the recording feature that Xbox has anyway. So I would really love to see theater mode, and theater mode really helps with us YouTubers, especially for me. If like I do like have a really good gameplay, right? Let's say I have a really good gameplay, like I went 60 kills and like 3 deaths, that's like super good, right? But I didn't have my capture card plugged in at the time, so I wasn't able to save that gameplay. But with theater mode, I can go back into like recent games and actually hook up my capture card and go into theater mode and record that gameplay. That's the thing I love about theater mode. I have so much gameplay on my computer for Black Ops 3 because they had theater mode in that game, because most of the time I did not have my capture card plugged in. I would just rely on theater mode, and theater mode has helped me so many times. It helped me made a really good montage that I made a while ago over the summertime, and I just love theater mode, you guys. Theater mode is very helpful for us YouTubers, but it can also be very interacting for people in the community who don't make YouTube videos, right? In the Call of Duty community anyway. And people don't really like theater mode because for some reason, I don't really know how this works, but theater mode like allows people to kind of mod the game, and then it kind of adds these infections where other people can get the mods, and it's kind of like a game breaking thing. But I somehow that works with theater mode. I don't really know how that works, because theater mode also is kind of connected to like custom games where you can share your own game mode or something like that, and that's how people like share mods and stuff. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing here on my list, which is no supply drops. And a lot of people, I think, can agree that we shouldn't have supply drops in this next Call of Duty game. Now, in all honesty, you guys, I think it would be kind of cool if we had supply drops in the next Call of Duty game, but the reason why I'm saying no supply drops is because I'm the kind of guy who does think the supply drop system can be good, but make it balanced, right? Make it a way more balanced than what Black Ops 3, especially Black Ops 3 had. If you guys didn't know, they added 2 new weapons into Black Ops 3. They added the the ballistic knife and the Galil from Call of Duty Black Ops 1, right? And they add that into the black market for Black Ops 3, and the only way to get them is by getting lucky through a supply drop. That is literally the only way you can get them, and it's ridiculous, right? Because you have to all rely on luck, and if you really want to get them, then you can pay money, and there's some YouTubers out there who spend over $100 on supply drops, and they didn't even get the weapons, you know? It's completely ridiculous. It's a dumb system they have in Black Ops 3 for supply drops, but in Modern Warfare Remastered, it is possible you can get what you want. It is a little bit harder, though, because of the depot credits in that game, but Infinite Warfare supply drop system, it is decent, you know. In all honesty, the supply drops in Infinite Warfare are a lot more balanced than the other Call of Duty games because they have the salvage feature, which isn't really that hard to get, but if you save it up, then you'll be able to get the weapon that you want, you know. I mean, so, but the point is that the reason why I'm saying no supply drops is because even if they do add supply drops in a Call of Duty game and they make them cosmetic only, kind of like the beginning of what Modern Warfare Remastered had, right? When they first introduced supply drops into Modern Warfare Remastered, it was cosmetic only, right? There were only cosmetic items. There was no weapons you got through them, and the developers even said to the community that they're going to try their hardest to keep them cosmetic only, and soon after that they added weapons into the supply drops. So like, that's my problem with the supply drops, is that even if they do make it cosmetic only at first, they're just going to eventually add weapons into it, and it's totally ridiculous. And I kind of feel like that Activision is kind of pushing the developers to do that because it makes them money through the COD point system, you know. And so that's why I'm saying no supply drops. As much as I kind of want to have them in the game, there's just no way they're going to be able to keep them cosmetic only. It just does not work that way. And I guess there's like supply drops in like Overwatch, which I guess Overwatch is a very good game. I guess Overwatch is like was a very popular competitive game, and why it's so much better than Call of Duty in some ways. But I've never actually played the game, and I think they do have some sort of supply drop features, and I don't really know how those work. But supply drops in Call of Duty, they're just never going to keep them cosmetic only, and it's really dumb, and I wish they would, and that's why I'm saying they should not have supply drops in this next Call of Duty game. So anyway, let's move on to my next thing on the list, which is what kind of setting should this next Call of Duty be. And I would honestly like to have the setting of a World War II or a Vietnam kind of like era. And the reason why I say that is because I've never actually experienced a Call of Duty game where it's set in World War II or it's set in Vietnam, like set in the past, you know. Now I have played World at War and I have played Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Those games were set back in those days, but I never actually played them when they were the current Call of Duty game. My very first Call of Duty game was Modern Warfare 3, and that was like I guess you can say modern game at the time. And then ever since then, I've always played futuristic CODs, modern Call of Duties, or even, yeah, like I don't even know, right? So I've never actually experienced a Call of Duty game where I played it the entire year that took place in like World War II or Vietnam or Cold War era, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I really like to experience that. The only problem with World War II is the weaponry, and that it's very limited compared to Vietnam. I'd really love to see a Vietnam Call of Duty game. Like, whenever they remastered Call of Duty Black Ops, the very first Black Ops game, I honestly love Call of Duty Black Ops, you guys. That is like seriously like one of my favorite, I think it might be my favorite Call of Duty game, and if they remastered that, that's literally the only game I'm going to play, because that game, holy smokes, I just love Black Ops. But the point is, I really want to play a game that takes place in the past, you know. I really want to play a Call of Duty game that takes place in the past, because it kind of adds some history to it, you know. I just really like the educational stuff you can actually add into a video game. It's just kind of cool that way. But I'm not going to lie, there is actually one type of era or setting that Call of Duty has never actually tried, and I think it would be kind of interesting, is an alternate universe, right? I mean, I guess Call of Duty Ghosts, you can actually say that what took place in an alternate universe. I can definitely see that being an alternate universe type of Call of Duty setting, but an alternate universe for a Call of Duty setting, that would just be kind of interesting, where like maybe it'll take place back in World War II, only they alternate it, right? Only they make it a little bit different, or maybe like Hitler never dies and see what happens after that. I don't know, it'd be just kind of cool. I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know, just an alternate universe Call of Duty game will honestly be kind of a cool idea. I'm not gonna lie, I think it could turn out pretty well, but for me, I think I really want to see a World War II or Vietnam Call of Duty overall. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing, and this really isn't a big one, but it's firing range, you know. We haven't seen firing range Well, we actually do have it in Modern Warfare Remastered, but of course currently Modern Warfare Remastered is not like available separately from Infinite Warfare, which is a little bit of a bummer. But the point is that firing range was first introduced in Advanced Warfare, and of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, Advanced Warfare was actually made by Sledgehammer Games, and Sledgehammer Games is the very first developer of Call of Duty to actually implement a firing range. And I love firing range, you know. I love actually going to the firing range right before I join into a match and test out this new gun I got or something like that, or maybe this new equipment or something like that. But if they do add a firing range into the game, which I can definitely see them do, the thing I would actually like for them to do is kind of add more features into the firing range, something like that. And the reason why I say that is because normally what we only have for firing range right now is just shooting your weapon at these targets, and that's really it. Add a little bit more to the firing range, you know. Like, don't just go into a booth and start shooting like these like fake enemies, right? I kind of want them to change it a little bit. I kind of want them to like add more, like spice it up a little bit, I guess, you know, instead of just like going into like some little room and shooting, just add a little bit more spice to it or something like that. I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool though. I think a firing range would be very, very awesome if they were to implement that right before you join like a match in multiplayer. I just think that would be so cool. So anyway, another thing I have on my list, and this is probably something that no one ever thinks of. I feel like I'm the only person in the entire Call of Duty community that actually thinks about this, and that is field orders. Does any of you guys remember what field orders are? I really wish I had gameplay to show you guys. I'm pretty sure I don't have any gameplay on my computer to show you examples of what field orders are. But if you guys remember back in Call of Duty Ghosts, which of course wasn't a very popular Call of Duty game, they had something in the multiplayer called field orders. And what it was is that the first enemy to die in the match would actually drop this blue ghost floating briefcase, right? That's what it looked like. And you would go over to the briefcase and you would pick it up. And when you picked it up, it would give you a random challenge. The random challenge might be kill enemy while their back is turned to you or something like that, get a headshot, earn a kill while sliding, or humiliate the next enemy you kill, which meant that you would kill an enemy and then you would go over to his dead body and teabag it, and then there you go, your field orders are completed. And when you would complete these field orders, you would actually get yourself a care package, and you'd call them the care package, and it would give you a random kill streak in the care package, just like a normal care package would give you, right? But the cool thing about field orders back in Call of Duty Ghosts is that sometimes you would get the map kill streak in there, right? Once you completed the field orders, you would drop the care package and you might actually get the map kill streak. And not all maps had like these certain type of kill streaks, but they actually remastered Favela from Modern Warfare 2, and they brought Favela into Call of Duty Ghosts, which I think was really awesome, right? It's of course, remastered maps that go into the modern Call of Duty game is always a nice thing, right? So they brought Favela back into Call of Duty Ghosts, and when you would complete the field orders on that map, you would get the map kill streak called the AC-130, which was a kill streak back in Modern Warfare 2. It was awesome, right? I seriously loved that. That was so cool. Like, you would go in this AC-130, and it was an amazing kill streak. It was so much more powerful than like the kill streaks in Call of Duty Ghosts, believe it or not. And like, there's some other ones where like Strike Zone, a very popular map in Call of Duty Ghosts, where Strike Zone, if you earned the map kill streak on that map, you would get yourself the Chem Strike, which is of course was a nuke. And the cool thing about that, which I wish they would do this in the other Call of Duty games, is that when you would drop that nuke on that map, it would actually change the structure layout of the map. It would actually change the way some directions go and stuff like that. There would be like crushed rumble everywhere. I wish every single Call of Duty map would do that. Every time you earned a nuke, the whole map would actually look different. There would be rubble everywhere, like the directions of the map will look different. That would be absolutely awesome. I wish they would do that in every single Call of Duty game moving forward, is that every time you earned yourself a nuke, a 25-player kill streak, right? And once the bomb is dropped, the whole map changes, right? Some areas might be blocked off, you have to go use another direction. I don't know. That would just be so cool. I think that would make Call of Duty so much better. That would actually might convince people to actually go for nukes, because it'll actually change the layout of the map, you know? I just think that is just so cool. I really love that feature in Call of Duty Ghosts. I really love the nuke feature they had. And like I said, I want field orders back, because it gives you a little bit more of an objective to actually play, even if it's just in team deathmatch, you know. Just gain those field orders, gain that random objective it wants you to do, right? Capture an objective, kill an enemy with like lethal, like it just gives you this random challenge, right? And then you get yourself this care package and map kill streaks, right? That's really what it is just map kill streaks. You get out of that care package, and I just think that would be so cool. I'm like a sucker for field orders. I completed those literally all the time when I played Call of Duty Ghosts, and that kind of made me a better player, honestly. I think going for those field orders made me a better player at Call of Duty, and too bad they don't have that anymore. I really wish they brought back field orders. I love them so much. But anyway, I've gone on long enough about field orders, and I have one more thing on my list that I want to mention, and that is, of course, dedicated servers. I mean, seriously, like, dedicated servers, no crap, right? No shit. We want dedicated servers, and the reason why I say this is because, you know, lately, like, there's people, everyone like has a Netflix account, really, like, seriously, everyone has like a Netflix account, and when I'm playing video games, my family is on Netflix, and Netflix takes a huge portion of your internet away. So when I'm connected to an online multiplayer match, sometimes I'm not going to have the best connection, you know, and I hate dying when I'm already behind a wall, you know. I just hate that so much, and Modern Warfare Remastered does have a terrible tick rate, and it's just like you always die behind walls, and I hate that so much. Infinite Warfare, sometimes that happens too, but you know, they need a better tick rate and dedicated servers. They need to make the servers so much more valuable than what they are now. They need to make them like maybe what competitive players play on or something like that. I don't know, but dedicated servers definitely need to be a thing. I really want better connection, especially now that people are playing these video games, but then other people who are using the same internet are like on Netflix or something, and it's taking all their internet away, so they can't play the video games. We just need dedicated servers. We just need something to like slightly make our connection a lot better. And you know, over the years they have definitely made the connection a lot better. If you go back onto Call of Duty Black Ops or Black Ops 2 even, the servers are honestly terrible compared to what we have now, and so it's good that they're always improving, but I think dedicated servers really need to be a thing. And you know, Call of Duty is the top selling video game every single year, you know, and so they definitely have money to put into these dedicated servers. They really need to do that, and I really hope they do, considering about doing that. But honestly, there's so much more I can actually say about my wish list and what else I want in this next Call of Duty game, but I think those are my main points, you know. I think I've said my main ideas of what I want in this next Call of Duty game and what I want to see moving forward from now on. Because, like, especially field orders, I think I made a very, very good point on field orders. Like, there was nothing terrible about them. I don't really know any downsides for field orders, but because, honestly, this is a really, really good system. But, you know, like I said, there's a lot more I can say, but those are the main points I have for this video. And comment down below, you guys, what you want for this next Call of Duty game. What do you guys want in Call of Duty 2017? Remember, the Sledgehammer Games is making this game, not Treyarch and not Infinity Ward or even Raven Software, if you guys are even thinking about them. But Sledgehammer Games is making this. Remember, they made Advanced Warfare, so kind of think what they had in Advanced Warfare, what they can improve or something like that. I don't know. Just let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I would like to know what you guys would want in this next Call of Duty game. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos later in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.